Welcome to the number one Bengals podcast. I'm your host, Dadio McDuke. As always, I'm joined by John Sheeran. And we have a very special guest. I'm talking about one of three celebrity Bengals fans. There's George Clooney, there's Woody Harrelson, and there is Luke
A
Null.
significant gap in
No.
quality.
No. I don't think George Clooney was...
Maybe.
Clooney never worked for Saturday Night Live, which Luke did. He was a cast member of Saturday Night Live. And of course, he has his guitar comic album, which you can get on a Snitcher and
Stitcher.
all the other podcast. Please.
Anywhere you can stream music. Your Spotify's, your iTunes, your Google Play, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And Luke,
the plug, Dadio.
Oh, please. Yeah. But so what else are you working on, Luke?
Working on a new, special, but I'll tell you what, live comedy, it's been really great the past year, doing live comedy. So it is slowly but surely kind of coming back outside. They're doing, your socially distanced outdoor shows. It's weird, but it is a good sign that things are slowly kind of working their way back.
That's great. That is great, Luke. Luke, I don't know if you've heard, but the Bengals have a very young woman who is calling the shots now, supposedly. Okay? Her name is Elizabeth Blackburn. And let me tell you a little bit about Elizabeth Blackburn, okay? So she is basically 28 years old. She's a granddaughter of Katie Blackburn. I'm sorry, of Mike Brown. Daughter of Katie Blackburn, the granddaughter of Mike Brown. And look, she has a background as a management consultant, private equity. She worked in the NFL office on the salary cap. I don't know exactly what she was working on. I'm guessing it was perhaps proposing the idea of lowering the salary cap for small market teams or using coupons to pay players. I'm thinking these were things that Mike Brown perhaps had her propose. But look, she made her name in collective bargaining, obviously. Bargaining, right? Saving money. Okay. Then she was part of the management council for Bain & Company. And she used her extensive computer skills. So, to value every
Google.
number or dollar. Yeah. Then she comes back to Cincinnati. She's the director of strategy and engagement. And they say she's a ball of energy. Tell me if this sounds like somebody you know. Ball of energy, analytical, doesn't lose debates. And, she basically loves the Bengals and loves Cincinnati.
Was that Hoji?
Yeah, I was thinking myself. But here's where she's different, is that she defended Andy Dalton in college vehemently. And so she was a big Andy Dalton fan. But look, here's the bottom.
Me too.
You did. You defended Andy Dalton.
Sure.
He was a good college player. I don't know if you remember that, Dadio, but he was pretty good in TCU.
Yeah,
good for the
but
Bengals.
No, this was when he was on the Bengals, John.
Oh, he was decent then too.
But guys, here's the thing: the whole new day, everything that basically does having Elizabeth Blackburn, somebody who wants to see the team win, who remembers, she talks about the high she had when Vontaze Burfict intercepted Ben Roethlisberger in the wild card game. And
we don't even bring it up. We don't even want to bring it up. Referring to that as like a positive moment or memory is like, that shows you like, you're forgetting, zoom out one more setting. It was like the most painful Bengals memory of all time.
Yeah. But I mean, the point is she's a fan and she wants to win.
Sure.
And and she doesn't, I don't know. I mean, there's a chance that she she has revolutionized the social media game for the Bengals, right, guys? I mean, that is true. The social media is so much better. Yeah. So
they got Houday to ride around the city on a scooter last year and show us our schedule. So.
No, that was the year
before.
Was that 2 years ago?
Came.
Yeah, that was right before she came, right, John?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the first thing she did. Yeah, I don't know. John can confirm, but I heard that she was so angry that she kicked Houday off the scooter, and said, "Get me some SpongeBob memes immediately." Because, guys, like I said, she's only 28 years old. And Luke, I mean, I know John's taken, and I'm married to this show. But I mean, Luke, I mean, I'm just thinking,
You're saying I should infiltrate the Blackburn family by...
I don't know, man. I just...
By sliding into her DM, into the Bengals DMs?
Didn't he just tell us that he has a fiance? Is that not a thing?
I do have a fiance, but I'll tell you what. I'm more than willing to throw her to the curb if it means structural change for our Cincinnati Bengals, guys.
You see that, John?
You want to talk about commitment? You want to talk about commitment to the cause right there?
That is dedication, John. I don't see that from you, John. I'm sorry, I don't see that.
No, you never will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
guys. So
she's gonna love that. She's in the other room and she can hear that. Our 10-year anniversary is tomorrow. And wow. I'm saying I will throw her under the bus in a second if it means that we can start,
Look,
the truth is better
than the truth is better than lies.
His name is the truth. First of all, his name is literally the truth. The truth. And look at what his fiance got him. Look at that sweatshirt. She understands how important it is for him. Yeah, for the Bengals to win.
Come on, guys, give me that Garfield Nody.
You know what gives me hope about Elizabeth Blackburn is that her favorite player was none other than Jeff Blake, and she cried when he left the team.
Shaking Blake, baby.
Yeah.
You guys have shared memories.
Exactly. Yeah. John, you know how many calzones I ate after? I mean, I gained like 45, 50 pounds just in the 2 weeks after he left.
Well, I can tell it because you haven't really taken off the weight,
Yeah. That's
true. Weird anecdote. There is a producer, an associate producer at SNL whose name is Jeff Blake as well. And I asked him when I was there, the year I was at SNL, I was like, are you aware of former Bengals quarterback Jeff Blake? And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, people like, he's like, if I make like a dinner reservation, he's like, multiple times I've made dinner reservations and people have been like, Jeff Blake. And then he's like, and then I arrive and they're like, oh, this is not the same, beautiful deep ball Jeff Blake, different guy.
It's hard to live up to the real Jeff Blake, as Daddy would say.
I want to get him back on the show because, I think people are finally starting to come around on what he contributed to the NFL. I mean, you look at his style of play, you give him some structure and the real team, he could have been. Anyways, guys, look, here's the thing. Elizabeth gets it. She is doing some real work. I don't know if you guys have heard of Black Owned, right? Which is about empowering. Yeah. Empowering Black-owned businesses, and it is not. I mean, I don't want to. I hope nobody thinks that it is some sort of a scam by the Blackburns to put businesses in their name. They're actually trying to help other people, not take money away from them, which sets the Blackburns or Elizabeth apart from perhaps her grandfather. You see, helping other people, not just taking their money. It's very, very outstanding, very noble of her. But, okay, guys, so I want to talk about, because people are saying that she is the future and she is going to be the owner or manager, or I don't know what, in the future. What do you think this means significant change, John?
She's going to be the new owner?
Well,
in 150 years when Mike Brown finally, his physical carapace fades away.
But that still goes to Katie. Like, I mean, the fact that she's like this young and she wasn't like entrenched in the business before a couple years ago, people look at it as a straight nepotism hire. Excuse me. And I don't really see it that way because that's not like she wasn't like growing up inside of the business. She just like joined it pretty recently, and she's obviously like Katie, her mom was within all the operations and stuff like that. But I think she was hired not just because like her last name is Blackburn, but because she comes from a different generation. And I think you are excited about this, Dadio, because you're like 100 years older than Elizabeth Blackburn, and she has like just a bunch of different ideas and ways of how to operate and successfully engage and direct different directions of the organization in general. So it's not any way where we can make fun of it or just like put power around jokes about the last 30 years of the Bengals when Elizabeth is younger than the last time the Bengals won a playoff game. I don't think there's any room for these snide remarks about how this is like the same old thing, when I think this is something that's genuinely different and genuinely needed inside of the organization.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, John. I hope you were not making snide remarks during the show. That would be very inappropriate. Yeah. Luke, please. Yeah.
I think that I think you can have some snide remarks. It's like, yeah, your last name is Blackburn, so you are an inside man. But at the same time, she's saying all the things that fans wanted to be said 10 years ago. Like, hey, we're gonna try to engage with the community. It's like, why have you not been trying to? Like, look at the Reds; they do a pretty good job, equally as crappy, but it's like. They at least try to be in the community a little more, so it will be kind of cool to see the Bengals kind of reaching out an olive branch to Cincinnati a little bit more. The Ring of Honors, like, yeah, how have you not done that already? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these things are like, I'm not seeing them as like, we're really getting ushered into this new era. It's like, no. What she's saying is like, let's catch up to every other team 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Well, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Like all these other criticisms before Elizabeth came into the picture was just like, let's just get to the baseline of where everyone else is, and then we can start focusing on like actual real goals, like competing and becoming a competent franchise in general. So a lot of this, all this discourse about lack of practice facility, lack of Ring of Honor, lack of player amenities, that's slowly going in the right direction, and the fact that we're hearing it, we're seeing some accountability in the form of print, I think is a notable and a accredited first step that should be commended in that regard.
That is true. Yeah. You can't.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can't be mad hearing it. I was saying you can't be mad hearing it. Love this. Let's see it.
You know what else, Luke? You can't be mad about hearing about is this ad for eBay. Look, whether dead stock or latest release, find the exact shoe you're looking for, Luke. Okay?
They're just shoes now? They do only shoes now?
Well, no. This ad is just shoes because you can go to ebay.com/sneakers for the world's best destination for discovering great value and unique selection, right? Because as the original sneaker marketplace, eBay is a place to go cop the pair you've been eyeing.
They're the original sneaker marketplace?
Yes.
I thought markets were.
Well, those are not virtual, so they don't count anymore. They don't count. Yeah, they're useless. Yeah, but Luke, okay, you can cop a pair, which means, I think, John, correct me if I'm wrong, means you can put the donut in each pair of your shoe, right? You can just, I don't know, cop whatever. But look,
what do you think a donut is?
All sneakers are bastards. Sorry.
No, cops like donuts. You give your sneaker.
We already discussed this last week. It's not. Right. There's not a physical police officer there. Copying is just acquiring.
John, a team of experienced sneaker. Hold on. Author dictators verify the box.
Authenticators.
Yeah. They verify the box and the logo and the stitching and dozens of other inspection points. Each sneaker receive authenticity guarantee tag, include digital stamp of and it protects sellers. So look,
who is typing these ad reads?
I don't know. They have
all I
terrible
know is they're
English.
good. They're really good.
Yeah, but look, and for sneaker sellers out there, if you want to sell your shoes, John, right? Your vintage shoes. If you have vintage shoes that you don't use,
sew them yourself, because they do have authenticators that will check the stitching on them.
Yes. And then they've eliminated fees on the sneakers for $100 or more, making it free to sell or juggle your collection. Or flip your collection. Yeah. That's amazing.
That's value right there.
Yes. So go to ebay.com/sneakers today. eBay, the world's best destination for discovering great value and unique selection. That's all I wanted to say to you, Luke. That was my whole point. You
can also buy really old Bengals sweatshirts with Garfield and Odie.
Do they come with authentic sweat?
Cops? They also come with cops in them.
That's great. Okay. Guys, we have a few minutes left, but look, there's some other news that we have to talk about. Ricardo Allen, who, John, I think he plays a small safety. Is that correct? He's 5'9".
Free safety.
Oh, okay. But he's 5'9", John. I haven't heard of that for a safety before. Am I right?
Slow guy.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, right. But yeah, okay. He moved to safety, right? Or was he always a safety? I don't know.
He was always a safety in the NFL.
Okay, he's good too. Yeah. So let's get him. Yeah. And so, John, what do you think? This guy, just 11 interceptions, 6 tackles for losses, 26 passes deflected. That's a pretty good year. I'm pretty excited.
So Ricardo Allen originally was recruited and played under Lou Anarumo for Purdue University. Lou Anarumo was the secondary coach for Purdue for Ricardo Allen's first 2 years at Purdue. So he hasn't really played the position that he played at Purdue recently. Like, he's mainly been a safety in the NFL, and he was kind of like an all-purpose defensive back in Purdue. So I think this is really just kicking the tires on a guy that Anarumo has coached before, a guy that in theory can play multiple positions if he can go back to the position that he played about 10 years ago. But yeah, it's just like a death sign, just a guy to fill out the secondary. They have some guys who have their contracts expiring towards the end of this month. So just kick the tires on a guy that will be very cheap. Yeah.
Tons of guys. It was just nothing but holes, especially on that side of the ball. So anybody they want to bring in. So
yeah, but John, I think this is smart because you wrote an article about you claim that according to Pro Football Focus, the Bengals were one of the 5 worst at drafting over the past, I think,
2017.
Since 2017. But here's the thing.
That's hard
John.
to judge, though, because what are you going to judge a draft class 1-2 years removed from it? I guess we're bad at using our guys, using rookies too.
Well, not only that, but Luke, okay, let's say you take 32 classrooms, right? And one of the classrooms doesn't have a teacher. And they finish in the bottom 5, not worst. You're going to be like, okay, I mean, that's kind of good. The Bengals don't have a GM. It's not really fair. No, right? I mean, it's not fair to... Yeah. John, I think you're being harsh on them. Yeah.
I'm being harsh on them? I didn't even do the study.
Yeah, but you put out this sensational journalism, John. It's very, clickbaity.
First of all, it's called yellow journalism, not sensational journalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
because on my screen, like, I have the brightness down, so it's not really like white. It's more of like a yellow tint to it. So
just because we routinely whiff on first rounders doesn't mean we aren't dunking in the second round, though. Come on, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, killing these second rounders less.
Jesse Bates,
recent history,
right?
Bates, come on.
Bates too, yeah. I agree, John. I would like for you to retract your article, please.
But you first.
Yeah, I have a lot of mine to retract. I have to check like about 95% of mine. But now, look.
Yeah,
please go ahead, Luke.
No, I was gonna say, do you think they bring back our hometown boy Kevin Huber? We're not right now. We don't have a punter on the roster.
Oh, he's back. He has to be back.
You think? Right, I think he's got to be back.
Yeah, I think so.
Otherwise, I will on Twitter bother them and see if they'll let me punt.
Absolutely,
bomb a few balls.
Absolutely, I want to see that, and I want to see Luke and his future projects. I want to see him back on Saturday Night Live. I'm going to make a call. No? Okay, no, forget that. Forget that. No. It's a lot of work.
No. Please, no.
Terrible hours. Yeah. Okay. They are, But that is all we have for this show. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. So long, sweetie. Bye.
Yeah, and get eBay shoes.